Music is one of the most important elements in the design of any game, although most of the time it goes relatively unnoticed. As it scores our journey across a beautiful open field, backs us in an intense boss fight, or mocks us because we forgot there was a ledge there.
I didn't forget.
But I don't want to just talk about some of my favorite soundtracks. I want to talk about games that created massive innovation through music. So today on Blurbs, let's look at the 3 pillars of innovative video game music. Some inclusions of music allow it to be used as a tool, whether that is as a weapon, a navigational guider, or even a manner in which you buff the teammates around you. First off, in this category, we have Ocarina of Time. One of the most iconic examples of this is in Ocarina of Time, where Link can use his ocarina to alter time. Where Link can use his ocarina— wait, didn't I already say that? Where Link can use his— okay, cut it out. Alright, enough of that. Solving puzzles and uncovering mysteries with the ocarina is a unique gimmick that Nintendo got a ton of mileage out of in this game. There are so many fun uses for the ocarina found here. I think one in particular for me was the summoning of the horse with the Epona song, which is so much more satisfying than the generic whistle we see a lot of games default to now. The ocarina made puzzles feel more tactile and hands-on, as you had to input a certain code, and the music that went with it was always a joyful little melody. Navigating the world, discovering new songs, and having that aha moment every time you needed to play them is a joy that few games manage to replicate. But next, let's look at Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush answers one question that everybody's got on their mind. What if music could kill a guy? Well, can it? I don't know. You tell me. Admittedly, Hi-Fi Rush is a rhythm game, and could have gone either in that section or in this one, as you attempt to fight bots on beat in order to do the maximum amount of damage. The reason I feel Hi-Fi Rush belongs more in the using music as a tool set is because your guitar is your weapon. Strumming it creates shockwaves which dish out damage, and you can swing it to the rhythm to blow bots to bits. The style, the rhythm-based gameplay, and the 90s rock music all come together in Hi-Fi Rush to create an experience that's incredibly memorable. The final game that uses music as a tool is Outer Wilds. No game truly fits this category better, as the music in Outer Wilds is a tool for navigation across the solar system. To find a specific planet, character, and direction, you have to hone in on the songs that are emitting from that region. A harmonica from the moon or a banjo from Brittle Hollow, these songs being played by these travelers are your form of navigation. Locating them with your stereoscope helps you quickly lock in on the direction you need to head and makes the galaxy feel a whole lot more navigable, all without the need for a map. Time is of the essence as you quickly try to solve the riddles that are causing the sun to supernova, so this navigational assistance is an excellent, unintrusive form of gameplay design. All that, coupled with the fact that you can line all these songs up into a beautiful harmony, makes this some of the best and most creative music design in all of video games. There are a lot of video games where the gameplay is about the music. Early ancestors like Loom, Guitar Hero, and Audio Surf set the stage for pure excellence, both from rhythm games but also from games that beat to their own drum. One of my favorite indie examples of this is in the excellently designed Crypt of the Necrodancer. Crypt of the Necrodancer is a rhythm-based dungeon crawler. It sees you moving and fighting to the beat of the music as you try to perfectly line up each hit. The first few run-throughs of this game are brutally hard, but finally coming to terms with how to move and fight on the beat is this exhilarating satisfaction found in few other games. While I don't think the music in this game is excellent, its utilization for this mechanic is perfectly matched up, and ultimately it's a game that everybody needs to try out. After that, we have Beat Saber. While Guitar Hero might be the most famous rhythm game, Beat Saber is by far the exemplification of that idea. It takes the timing and the sound and the excitement and puts it into the VR space where you have to vibe to the music, hit the tiles in perfect rhythm, and navigate through obstacles as they whisk past you.
Haha, missed me!
Whoa. To bystanders, you may look like an idiot, but when you have that headset on, you feel the perfect flow as you flail your arms around wildly. The act of swinging your sabers frantically as you try to hit each block in order to match the music is a form of unique fun found only in this game, and ultimately that's why it's a must-have for any VR owner. And finally, in games about the music, we have Ape Out. 8-Bout doesn't really do the whole rhythm game thing, but it does do the monkey killing a guy thing, which I think is a whole lot better. 8-Bout is still an experience that is unabashedly about the music, as you make your own by throwing your enemies into the wall. The fast, exciting, freeform jazz music is mere background noise to your drums and cymbals banging off as you snatch enemies, beat them down, and tear through levels. It's a frenetic experience as you create the soundscape through fun, cathartic murder. All this matched by a visual style that is simple but serves the purpose of aiding this incredible soundscape. It's wholly unique, and it's one of the best music-driven games I've ever played. But finally, we have adaptive music. Pretty much every video game includes this nowadays, but some games are truly innovative with its inclusion. First off, in this category, we have Journey. What would a long Blurbs video be without Journey? Journey does adaptive music up with the best of them. I mean, it has Austin Wintory's music, which means it has the best music, but it also adapts this music based on the situation that you're in. From the calming crossing of the desert to the upbeat racing down the mountain in the sunset, back to the oppressive quiet that takes place as you climb its snowy peaks. It's all just so excellently woven to create this mystical experience that helps you feel like you're on a true trek. It bolsters your excitement, makes you feel the snow in your face, and calms you as you take it all in. But after that, we have pretty much every Nintendo game. For this category, I typed every Nintendo game? The hell does that mean?
Oh.
From Mario Kart to Legend of Zelda to Legend of Zelda to Legend of Zelda, Nintendo games just have an excellent manner in which they adapt music for the situation you're in. The aforementioned Mario Kart is one of my favorites. Super subtle things like the music track speeding up when you're on the third lap to an extra disco beat taking over when you reach first place. Mario Kart 8 music is just perfect in every way, and this adaptive nature makes it even better. But in general, Nintendo just be doing this in every game. Super Mario Wonder goes crazy with this, and the Wonder Star totally changes the track, making it some of the most psychedelic trip music I've ever heard. It's all just so Nintendo and so awesome. But finally, we have Balatro. Balatro makes excellent use of its odd adaptive music. The whole game runs on the same core rhythm loop, but that music is shifted into 5 different versions based on what's occurring in the gameplay. The fact that these loops are the same makes transitioning between them relatively unnoticeable, but the differences between them also allows the music to never get repetitive and irritating. Switching from the reverb-heavy Celestial Pack to the harmonizing glory of the shop music isn't something that you'll ever notice, but it means that listening to hours of the same 5-minute loop never gets old. Music will always be a critical aspect of video game design, whether we notice it or not. These games didn't just settle into the status quo that we've come to expect, but they've created excellent new venues for showing off their surreptitious soundtracks, and I don't know if that's the right use for surreptitious, but I'm gonna go with it because it's an alliteration. Regardless, through music as a tool, designing games around music, and creating excellent adaptive music, video games have seen drastic improvement, and I hope to see more unique design throughout all video game music. Bye-bye now.